What up, everybody? So we're going to get right down to it. We're going to be talking about the red light district, the hookers in Mexico, in Medellin, Colombia, the webcam girls, all kind of shit. Just let me get this camera set up. Let's get good to go, and I'll be right with you. If you haven't done it already, guys, smash that like and subscribe button. Not quite as set up as I like to be, but we're getting there. Hell yeah. Who's that weight losing motherfucker right here on the camera? Right here. Guys, this shit right here, this diet shot. Woo! It's bad stuff. Harris, Mr. Harris, Mr. Harris. Harris, I figured you'd be busy blowing out Aveena's back right now, but I guess you got done after you blew her out 3 or 4 times tonight. Smash that like and subscribe button if you hadn't already done it, guys. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Let's get this fucking party rolling. Guys, tonight also, we are going to be talking about Monterrey, Mexico. A lot of people want to know about Monterrey. I've made a lot of videos about Monterrey. Definitely going to go ahead and finish this deal. And I'm going to let you guys know all the 411 on Monterrey, Mexico. How many of you guys were present for the live show with the Venezuelan girls? How fun was that? Man, that was something else. Silverback, how you doing, big dog? Good to see you here. Man, that barrio was crazy. And you know what? They've invited me back. Looks like I'm going to get to smash them both at the same time. You know, it's not easy being me. Lasha Woodson, what's up? What's up? So, guys, we're going to let a few more people get in the room. It's probably going to be a short live tonight, but I'm going to be talking about Monterrey and Tijuana and Colombia. If you got any questions right now, guys, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, but ask your questions right now. There's only 22 people in the room. So, you know, later when there's 122 people, it's going to be hard for me to see them all. So let me know what you got. Ask some questions. Let's go. Who wants to go horn dogging? It's trizepatide right here. I only took about a half a shot today. I'll probably take the other half later. Wouldn't it make for a good video, though, if I like took that shit out right now and just mainlined it? Bam! How about you, 1-9? Anyways, guys, I currently in the San Ysidro parking lot. Mr. Harris, I expect you to walk across the border, get in the zona shuttle, go directly to Hong Kong, go to the best seat in the house, and scream crazy shit in a foreign language like you did that night you were with me. And if any Chinese guy walks up to you and tries to take your seat, put his ass on the floor, just like you did that night. That was great. Harris grabbed that motherfucker like that. Wham! Threw his ass out. Oh, shit. What shot is that? What up, Marcus? So come on, guys, shoot the questions. What do you want to know about Colombia, Monterrey, Mexico? All right, guys, here's the deal. I'm going to get right into Monterrey. I said I was going to get into Monterrey. Currently living in Miami. It's another world out here. Everything except Mexicans. Hey, man, Nelson Luke, if you're in Miami, bro, you need to Google the Angelina Day Spa. Angelina Day Spa is over by the Miami airport. There's some hot-ass Cuban girls there, and you can split the wig, the bearded clam, the monkey. You're going to get it down there, bro. John Chambers, where I'm at right now, I'm in Williston, North Dakota. Back in the oil patch, guys, you know I'm an oil man. Price of oil's over $100 a barrel right now. And you know, guys, when oil's up, I'm up, and her fucking legs are up. So that's the way it goes. I thought you weren't going to make it tonight. Yeah, me too. I'm here. I wasn't feeling good. I went to this shit-ass Chinese buffet to eat some food, and goddamn horrible. All right, Nelson, go to the Angelina Day Spa, man. Once you go to the Angelina Day Spa, rock that place out and tell me how it's been. It's been a while since I've been there. All right, gentlemen, let's get right down to Monterrey, Mexico. Guys, if you go to Monterrey, I've got a video about this. You got to go to the Fastos Hotel. That's F-A-S-T, like fast, O-S. Fastos Hotel, okay? It's right there. It's girl-friendly. It's cheap. They take dollars. They take pesos. They have a 24-hour restaurant that's really good. The security's good. It's right next to all the whorehouses and strip clubs. You got Matahuala 1, Matahuala 2, El Cielo, This is Stress. You got the Harem. All those fucking places. That's 5 places I just named that are right there. Also, if you're in Monterrey, you got to visit Poison, okay? And Prestige. Okay? So, Monterrey also, when you're walking those streets behind the Fastos Hotel, you'll see several massage parlors. There's a big, huge Catholic church, oddly enough. And there's a street, cheap street, fucking hookers right there. And the cheap street girls in Monterrey, Mexico are a lot more willing to do a lot of shit that the cheap street girls in Tijuana are not willing to do, okay? Less rules, less regulations, cheaper prices. I mean, you can really get your money's worth blowing their backs out. How's the temperature up there? You know, it's cold at fucking night. 20s at night. During the day, it's getting warm, though. Back 50s and 60s. Yeah. So, gentlemen, somebody asked here about what I'm going to do when I graduate from college here in a couple months. Well, I'm going to actually turn around and go back to college, but I'm going to go for petroleum engineering. So, you know, I'm tired of being on an oil field site and having the engineer make all the money and him really not knowing a goddamn thing. But, you know, I'm an engineer. So, you know, just because you can do a math problem doesn't mean you can run a fucking coal tubing unit. So, probably going to go back and knock that out just so I can like get above them and make even more money and then talk shit to them because they've certainly been talking shit to me for years. What is the war going to help American oil field jobs? Yeah, in the short term, it's definitely, you know, the price of oil is going to be up. But what I'm hoping for, honestly, guys, smash that like button if you hadn't already done it. Come on, 10 likes ain't getting it done when there's 33 people in the room. I know I'm an asshole and I know I'm not very good looking, but holy fuck. Thought I'm doing a better job than that. Back to the oil field jobs, man, it's what we don't want is a spike in oil and then a crash in oil. Okay. We need something affordable gas that keeps me working and keeps Americans saving a little bit of money at the pump, right? We don't need it too cheap. That being said, no matter what happens to price of oil, I am glad that Grand Ayatollah got his ass kicked. I don't agree with the way he does things, the way he treats women. And I'm not, you know, a big feminist proponent, but Grand Ayatollah had to go. And they blew that fucking, whatever you want to call it, off his head. So, attaboy, Donald. I don't know if the war is going to be long. I mean, you know, there's always these radical fucks that you can't ever, it's going to be a disaster. Well, we're going to Cuba next and Venezuela, so we'll see. What neighborhoods are somewhat close to Zona Norte you can recommend for a long-term house lease looking for 3 or 4 level bedroom house? Johnny. I recommend Playas de Tijuana. The thing is, Johnny, if you're in Playas or you're in Otay Mesa, anywhere in Tijuana, you're really going to be less than, no matter how bad it is, the traffic, you're going to be 20 minutes from Zona Norte. Is Monterrey safer than Tijuana? I think they're both safe cities. As long as you're not selling dope, as long as you're not running around with Mencho or Chapo, as long as you're not snitching people off to the DEA as a confidential informant, as long as you're not selling or stealing drugs, you're going to be fine. Zona, Cuba, 2027. I'm going to tell you right now, boys, if fucking Cuba becomes a U.S. protectorate like Puerto Rico is, I will buy a house in fucking Cuba. I will relocate to Cuba and call it a day. Con las cubanitas. Guys, should we get a whore on the phone? Should we get a hooker on the phone? Do we want Michelle Perez? Do we want the Venezuelan girls? Do we want Natalie Guzman down in fucking Costa Rica with them big titties? Should we get a hooker on the phone? How many girls work in Hong Kong on a Friday or Saturday night? Great question. I'm going to defer this question to my subscribers. You guys answer. I'm going to say, you're looking at roughly 200 girls. Cubans or Colombian chicks? Colombians are probably a little better. Let's see. At least 150. Let's get that Colombian girl, Kelly. Let's call her. Let's get her. Let's get her. Don Julio. Kelly said, call her. She said, call her. You guys gonna see some big Venezuelan. Hello, hello.
Hola.
Oye, prende.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Prende la luz, no te veo. Prende la luz.
Andrea, ¿dónde se prende la luz? Ya va. ¿Por qué no me ves? No me ves. No me ves.
Mira. Mira, mira, mira.
Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? ¿Se acuerdan de mí? ¿Se acuerdan? ¿Cómo están, muchachos? ¿Se acuerdan de mí y de mi amiga la pelirroja? ¿Quieres saludarlos?
Sí, claro, vamos a ver pelirroja también. Mírala.
Aquí estamos las dos. Los extrañamos muchos, muchachos. No se olviden de nosotras cuando volvemos a hacer un live todos juntos. Ese quedó chévere. ¿Tú qué andas haciendo?
La voy a decir a los suscriptores ya que el dinero que gano de esta noche va para ustedes también, ¿ok? Para ayudar a ustedes. Guys, here's the deal. Any money that we get tonight, guys, any money, any donations that we get tonight, we're going to send to these girls.
Mother in Colombia, Venezuela.
That's right.
Venezuela, Venezuela in the house.
Venezuela in the house.
Colombia.
Oye.
Colombia.
Oye. Muy pronto ahí, ¿cómo estás, hermosa?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué haces?
Ay, pues extrañándote.
Te extrañamos mucho, amigo.
Mira, ya voy a regresar pronto y vamos a hacer otro en vivo. Ok, ya vaya, primera donación, mira. Verga, güey.
Oh, gracias. Thank you so much, babies. I love you. Thank you. I love you.
All right, gentlemen. There you go.
Para que me escuchen los chicos. Thank you, babies. I love you. Thank you, guys.
Ay, mira, hay una que ella habla sin acento de inglés. Wow, está bien.
¿Una qué?
Guys, hold on one second. Daniel, hold on one second. Que ella habla sin acento.
¿Qué fue lo que dijiste?
¿Cómo?
¿Qué fue lo que dijiste del inglés?
No, que ella habla muy bien el inglés.
Thank you.
Dice el Steve, Me gusta la pelirroja. Está bien chula. Está bien chula.
Ay, me gustó la pelirroja. Dile. Mira, ya muestra la pelirroja. Para tirar esta vueltita.
Ahorita voy a pasar, mira. Otra vez. Otra vez.
Pelirroja, fue puta, Colombia, plop, plop, plop.
Otra vez.
Y yo, no les gustan las flaquitas.
Ahorita te hablo, ¿ok? Bye. All right, guys, check this out. Let's get right back to it. First of all, I fucked the shit out of that redheaded girl. That was crazy. I got down there and she was having a fight with her boyfriend, and me and her just went to town. She's on Chatterbait. Her name is Red Girl Official, OFFICIAL, Red Girl Official on Chatterbait. And I'm telling you right now, man, she had more damn toys and fucking butt lube and shit in that damn room than you could imagine. It was crazy. No, nobody got scoped. Cute face. They're both cute. They're both cool as fuck. What's up, Lonnie? Let me go back to Daniel right here. Here we go. He said, I said I'd go $100. Yeah. First of all, thanks for the fucking super chat. I appreciate it. Daniel, the casino dealer, loyal subscriber. You've been around forever. Love your streams. I just want to say, when the line was $100, I said I would go to 200. Kind of sucks, but the girls now are smarter, simping too much. I don't know, man. What all I've said, guys, pussy costs money. You got to get that price per piece average down somehow, some way. What is Chatterbait? Chatterbait. It's a webcam site. CHATURBAT. Venezuelan one isn't very cute. Old looking. Redhead looks cute. Actually, the Venezuelan girl looks older online. When I first, dude, I thought she was 20 pounds heavier and 10 years older online. When I saw her in person, she's a spinner, bro. Holy fuck. How do you get to Monterrey? Is it far from the border? Paulo, what border are you talking about, buddy? Oh, by the way, guys, I'm a registered model in Chatterbait. These girls want to do me on fucking line. Still haven't made up my mind yet, but I might just do it. Couple hours from Laredo, yeah. What's up? Zona misses you. I was in the Zona a couple weeks ago. Guys, Chatterbait and back to the Colombian girls. I met her online, straight up hooker, straight up whore. And really and truly, I flew down there. I was a bit nervous, right? And man, they live in the fucking barrio too, right across the bridge. And the Venezuelan is blonde-headed. The Colombian girl's redheaded. Anyway, so I was like, fuck, how's this going to work out? They were so nice. I mean, man, they mixed my drink. They rolled the joints. They cooked food, walked around the house naked. Shit. Can't beat it. All right, boys. I'm about to pull off one with this shit right here. Cayman Reef. That's when oil's up. When I get this shit from Barbados. Monterrey, Mexico. The best way to get there if you're going from Houston or Dallas or San Antonio is just fly. Fly down there. If you're from fucking Laredo, you need to just ride the bus down to 2 hours. Have you been to Boys Town in Nuevo Laredo? Man, that's where I cut my teeth, bro. Have I been to Boys Town in Nuevo Laredo? I broke out in Nuevo Laredo in the year 2000, homie. the Papagayo, the Maribu, the Tamiko, the Corpus Christi Bar, the Harim, the Pullman Club. Anything else? Shit, you're crazy as fuck. Somewhat manly. That bitch is a spinner, bro. Look at my TikTok. And you see some live videos I took of her. Whew. No stretch marks, no kids. Her thing is about that big, bro. Oh my God. Luke, talk about how you're talking to Hong Kong Chica's friendly relationship, taking her on a trip to Cabo. Should just pay for the trip. Only the tip is her compensation. Whoa. My boy Cole. Cole, loyal subscriber, you're breaking a fucking rule, but if you're a pro like me and you can always do it. All right. Let me read this shit again. Let me get it together. Talk to us about how to talk a Hong Kong girl into a friendly relationship and taking her to Cabo trip. Ooh. All right, guys. First of all, I do not recommend taking girls that you have not fucked on trips. You have in your head, hey, let's go down, let's take her on a trip, let's fuck all weekend. That ain't what she's got in her head. You need to get the pussy before you spend the money on the trip. 100%. That's rule number one. When she goes for that, thank you so much, John Lee, for that $5 super chat. I appreciate it, bloody. Hey man, John, where are you going? Talk to me, bro. Where are you going? Where do you want to go? Talk to me. Don Julio, you're officially the king of Tijuana now that Mr. Bob has retired and moved out of town. Smash that like and subscribe button if you hadn't already done it. Taking a girl on a trip. Rule number one is you got to fuck her first, a lot. Now, once you get her to that stage, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay. So that's what I would recommend. Now, Cole, that being said, have you fucked this girl? Yes or no? Because if you haven't, I can still tell you what to do, but it's going to get a bit more complicated. Don't you know? I give it a 10. A fucking 10. For the real estate guys out there, bought a fourplex a couple weeks ago. Had 3 people move out when I bought it, laid down the law, and told them how it was going to be. So we got some vacancies. Want to go to EDC in Colombia in October. What the fuck is EDC? Guys, if you're ever going to talk shit to a whore and kiss her ass, the best time to do it is in front of another whore. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call that redheaded girl that I blew her fucking back out. I'm going to leave her a nice little message so her friend can hear it. And that's going to give me a lot of bonus points. Hola, hermosa. Pues hoy te ves bien chula. La neta es que tanto tiempo sin verte. Es que se me olvidó de tu belleza. Pero te extraño. Espero que estás bien. That's a guaranteed 5 blowjobs right there. Carnival in Brazil, fourplex. Where's your fourplex? In Minot, North Dakota, right across from the university and right across from the Air Force Base. Did you get the redheads? A-hole? Yes, sir. I ain't even gonna lie. I ate that shit too. Took that bitch to Pound Town. Spent all night in the fucking pool, the jacuzzi, the Sonesta Hotel in Bucaramanga. She was good. She was good. Such a sweetheart. All right. Got another one calling right here that I met in Monterrey. All right, guys. You asked if I've been to Boys Town, Laredo. So there's a girl that I met in Boys Town, Laredo. She owns several brothels now. She's an older whore. She don't look as good as she used to. Have a shot on me, Silverback. Appreciate it, homie, all fucking day long. I'll do it. And Silverback, just because you said that, I'm going to chug this last Bacardi and Coke. Now we're going to slip on out to the double black rum. Cayman Reef. Yes, Monterrey, Benny Blanco. Monterrey is way cheaper than Tijuana. It is way cheaper. Anyways, this girl owns a bunch of whorehouses, and I'm going to try to get her on the phone. She don't look good no more, but goddamn, she's probably 55. Here she is, boys. Had that whore in my fucking phone for 26 years. I'm so damn proud of her. She came from nothing, and she has amassed a fucking empire. She is a street madam. Last time I saw her, we were in Las Vegas. She was at some kind of goddamn concert. Whoever that bitch was, she was in the photograph with. And she had about a 12 or 14-year-old son who was dressed in all Gucci shit, high dollar shit. Fat little punk. Got another fucking super chat right here from Mr. Lee. What price should we be paying in Tijuana and how to negotiate? Tell the chat, please. All right, guys. Check this out. Whores are like cars. The prettier and newer they are, the more expensive they are, okay? The older and shot out they are, the cheaper they are. Here's the deal, man. You know, if you go to Hong Kong, you're going to have girls asking for $150. Total process is probably going to cost you close to $200. That's when you figure in your taxi, your border transport fees, your drinks, the room, all the bullshit, right? Now, let me just say this. As you move to the Chicago club, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. You're going to be back in that $100, $125 range. That's for the total package, the goddamn room, the whore, everything, right? Tropical, same thing. Street girls, it's a whole different story. I'm just going to keep it right now to the HK, the Tropical, and the Chicago. You got HK, which is going to be that 150 plus range, and the other ones are going to be that 100 to 150 range. Really, if you get away with 100 for the whole shebang, you're stealing it. But here's the thing, guys. And Bob taught me this, good old Inland Empire Bob, who knows, he's forgot more about Zona Norte than I'll ever fucking know. And what he said is very true. Don't negotiate too hard with the chica because you'll kill the chemistry. If there is any chemistry at all, don't beat it out of her for $20, okay? In other words, for 20 or $30, it's not worth losing the chemistry over. Because if there is chemistry and she throws a real fucking on you, it's worth an extra $20. So, you know, just talk to her. $150, damn, that's kind of a lot. You know, last time I was here a couple years ago, it was only $100. Oh, well, prices have went up. Yeah, everything's went up. But damn, I mean, I'm not trying to beat you up, sweetheart, but will 120 work? Sure. Done deal. Like that. Don't sit there and grind her, because then she's just going to throw a bunch of lube on her puss. She's going to sit there like a dead fish. She go, leche, leche, leche. You're not going to have fun, right? Get one that puts that ass on you, boys. $80 is foozle for you. You pay more if you're ugly. Guys. So that's Escobar's smart ass comment right there. Let me tell you what this guy does. He's famous for blowing these bitches' backs out. And, you know, they all like him. He's young. He's in shape. They all think he's good looking, and he just fucking lays pipe like crazy. And then they start fighting over him. And then he ends up getting bitches kicked out of bars, or he gets kicked out of bars. So, you know, we don't all have the luxury of being, you know, young and in shape and having all the fucking Tijuana whores in love with us like he does. But anytime Escobar comments on here, you need to listen to him because he's a fucking pro. He's the only motherfucker I know that the goddamn girls let videotape fucking him. How does that even work? How many hookers are on your payroll? Mike Reynosa. Hookers on my payroll? Not really any. It just depends. It depends on what I want. I bought Michelle Perez some Jordans because, you know, she was 22, hot as fuck, and I slammed her 6 times for them. I've taken bitches on vacations, but you got to get the puss before you go on the vacation. This past month, I put some brake pads on a car. I bought a car battery. I don't know, but I took this hottie from Tropical to this hotel in Otay and smashed her all fucking night for free. You know, I guarantee you this. I'm spending less on whores in Mexico than you're spending on wives and girlfriends in America. And I'm getting better quality. Boozle for you said, shh. All I can tell you guys is go get a hazmat. Maybe you'll be lucky as him. Best clubs in Monterey. Poison, Prestige, and Poison. But dude, in Monterey, you gotta go down to the Centro, to downtown, and go to Matahuala 2, El Harim, those places. Let's try to get Perez on the phone. You want to see this little whore? Right now, we're going to try to get her on the phone. She's very irresponsible and usually doesn't answer. She's just too young. Let's see. Shh. Where you at, Michelle? Where you at, you stupid bitch? Damn, where's she at? It's been a long time since I talked to her. She gets on my nerves. Here she is right here. I remember back in my heyday when I was fucking doing lives from Iris's house in Monterey. If I was in Monterey, all the fucking hookers in Tijuana that lived in Monterey, they would watch it, like Valerie and Daniela and fucking Mariana and Iris. These bitches would be watching my lives. And if I was in Monterey, if they weren't selling pussy in Tijuana, they would call me up and be like, motherfucker, where are you at right now? I'm back. I'm bringing over a bag of fucking dope and we're going to party. We do over there and have fucking threesomes and shit. It was wild. It was so fun. I mean, but that was back when I had a regular schedule and I could be in Mexico a lot and I was popular and these bitches would be like, you motherfucker, you didn't tell me you were in town. Like, yeah, I'm in town. Oh, I'm coming over there right now. They would just show up and get on the live. You guys remember that? You guys remember watching those lives, those fucking whores? And then we would all fly to Tijuana together. And man, it was just crazy, just ridiculous. Yeah, they smoke weed too. Yeah. He remembers that shit. Oh my God. That was great. Oh my God. And the funniest thing is Daniela, one of the biggest fucking whores of all time. She was somehow or another on a fucking plane. We were flying back from Tijuana to Monterey, and this guy on the plane, I don't know what his deal is, if he recognized her or whatever, but you know, it was like 2:00 in the morning and we're flying back on the plane and we're all tired. We've been drunk for 3 days. This guy pulls his cock out. He shakes it at fucking Daniela. And she got up and reported him to the flight attendant. And then she came back and she sat down and she was all like, falto de respeto, amor. And I told her, I said, you are the biggest whore in fucking Mexico. And you're really reporting the guy on his airplane because he shook his dick at you after you just sucked probably 20 of them over the fucking weekend at the Chicago club? Crazy. Yeah, she's married now. The jailhouse chica was the best. You mean pretty? She's beautiful. She had a kid, bro. Oh my God. You talk about a disaster. I'm gonna see if I can get her on the phone. She lives with this dude. I almost got fucking shot over that jailhouse girl. She was fucking this dude. He chased me out of the house and shit. It's crazy. We're gonna try to get her on the phone right now. Her brother's a drug dealer. Let me talk to him, see if I can fucking find him. That's 11 o'clock already. I don't want to call him that fucking late. D-Mag, That's the craziest. D-Mag, are you DMOS? Is that the fucking guy you are? You the chemical guy that deals with those fucking crop dusters that whine and bitch all the time? D-Mag, if that's you, we got to have a conversation. I know you'll know the inside scoop. Yep. My dog, D-Mag. D-Mag, what's going on with Hog Air? Are they going to stay in the area or are they going to get out of the area? Tell me about it. You know, D-Mag, I was telling Shay I was fixing to go up in that house and fuck that girl. And he was all for it. He was like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, until he found out that her husband and her man was in that house. And he said, wait a minute. He said, it's his house or he's in the house? I said, no, man, he's in the fucking house. He's upstairs. He said, no, I ain't going for that. That was fucking great. Yeah, they're getting out of the area. They're moving to Oklahoma. Okay. Are they taking their pilots and their airplane managers with them? Or are they going to stay up in that Garland area and try to scratch something out? San Antonio, D-Mag, man, hey, bro, seriously. D-Mag, if you're in San Antonio, you got to come with me down to Monterrey, Mexico, man. It's close. You get on the plane in San Antonio, you're going to fly to Monterrey. It's about, $80, $90 flight. Takes 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. You'll be there. And, man, you can just have a fantastic time and fly back to San Antonio. Tell everybody you had to go to a fucking chemical meeting in Dallas, and you'll get away with it. What's left of them? Let's see here. Safe place to park my new car. Yeah, the Lexus, blah, blah, blah. Just park in the United States, bro. Yep, just like Benny Blanco just said, park in the USA. D-Mag, you got to go to Monterrey. I'm telling you, man, Monterrey is the second. Let me say this. The only reason why Tijuana is the best place in fucking Mexico is because of the Hong Kong club. You take Hong Kong out of the equation and you got Tropical and Chicago and Deja Vu. Well, Monterrey's got Prestige, Poison, Matahuala 1, Matahuala 2, and the Harem. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. You take fucking Hong Kong out of the picture. Monterrey's the best fucking city in Mexico for the cheap puss. How about that? Right here, boys. Cayman Reef. Some kind of fine shit right here. Let me get my chaser. Have another one, my friend. I will. Hey, D-Mag. D-Mag, were you able to... Farmers are broke in that area and they got drones. Well, D-Mag, I'm going to have to go with my old man's opinion on this. Some goddamn drones are false economy. You can say what you want to about my old man, but he's been down there scratching it out for almost 50 years. So he's lasted longer than most. A great pilot and a great shit talker. That's for sure. Oh yeah, anything in Mexico City is cheaper than fucking Tijuana. Yeah, anything. Pussy, cocaine, alcohol, cigarettes, you name it. Let me see here. Silverback, appreciate the super chat. William, appreciate the super chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Damn, D-Mag, I was going to ask you something else, man. But what's the cost in Monterey for the girls? Man, that's a loaded question. Anywhere from $30 to $20, $30 for a street girl to $100 for a top notch. But you know, a $100 girl in Monterey, that's top of the line. That's what you're going to spend on the room and everything. Okay. And that's a $200 girl in Tijuana. What's the quality of the nose candy? In Colombia, good. Shit, Monterey. Hell, I manage Texas and New Mexico now. New Mexico? Well, hey, you must know old Sam. He's got that flying service outside of El Paso, right? I know a big-time fucking drug dealer in El Paso. We want to know, when is Luke Powell getting married? Boy, bitch have to have a lot of money and some good pussy, I'll tell you that. He's broke, filing bankruptcy. Yeah, I heard something like that. D-Boss said never. Oh, shit. Never buy, only rent. What do they say, boys? If you can, what do they say? If it floats, flies, or fucks, you need to rent it. In other words, boats, airplanes, and pussy, just rent it. Do not sign up for the total cost of ownership. Are the girls in the Monterey Club? Oh, yeah. Here, hey, man, look here. Let me tell you something, Steve. The girls in Monterey, the hottest girls in Monterey, no, how do I explain this simple? Okay, the real beautiful girls in Tijuana are usually from Guadalajara or Monterey. So half the hot girls you see at the fucking Hong Kong club are from Monterey. And a lot of times they're working in Monterey for 50 cents on the dollar, what they could get in Tijuana. And the reason why they're working in Monterey is because they just didn't feel like getting on the fucking plane. And I dropped something. Hold on. They didn't feel like getting on the plane and fucking around in Tijuana. They were like, fuck that. I'm not flying to TJ to work 2 days. So they'll work in Monterey for half the cost because they're home. They're sleeping in their bed. They're right down the road from their house. The quality of girls is absolutely better in Monterey than it is in Tijuana. Get that girl from El Paso on the phone. You talk about that drug dealer? How do you know about her? I can't. I doubt she would. I wouldn't call her. She's I can't do that right now. Appreciate you, AZ Wildcats. Man, hey, appreciate the fucking donation, guys. I do. Any old schoolers remember TJ back in the 90s? Hey, I remember TJ in 2003. Let's talk about it. Let's see what she has to say. Yeah, the girls are undercharging right now. Man, look, the thing is, D-Mag, you got to go to Monterey, man. I mean, it is fantastic. Not only the girls, the food, the fucking accommodations. I mean, it's just fantastic, dude. It is old school Mexico. Can't beat it. I've been going there for 20 years. I love it. Bambi was open. I remember Peanuts on Revolution. Taxi business. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. The taxi business. Man, that was crazy. Man, we did some wild shit. I loaned that fucking car to this dude to pull off an armed robbery one night. That was crazy. And then the next day, it was in the fucking newspaper, the plates and all kind of shit. And boy, that was a shit storm. We had to talk our way out of that one. We didn't do it though. We knew he was going to do it. Wild shit. Things you do when you're young. He was like, hey, dog, I'm going to go rob this place, but it's an inside job. And my buddy is running the place, and they're going to make their deposit that night, and there's going to be a lot of money here. And I need the fucking car, and, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you like $300. And I go, cool. I was so stupid. We didn't even take the fucking license plates off the car. Damn. What are your tips for ugly guys or fat guys or guys with smaller members? Is it safe to say they won't be friends after? Lee, nope, you're wrong here. Let me tell you something, guys. Those girls, most of them are beat down emotionally. Their body count's into hundreds, if not thousands. They've been fucked by fat guys. They've been fucked by smelly guys. They've been fucked by guys with facial hair down to their dick. They've been fucked by skinhead guys, long-haired guys, right? They've had their backs blown out every which way possible. Big dicks, little dicks, one finger to fist. They've had it all. Really and truly, if you're just nice to those girls and you're just friendly, you'd be surprised how many of them will be nice and friendly back, and they're in kind of a no judgment zone. Because they've seen it all, they've had it all, right? Physical appearance is nothing to them anymore, right? So you'd be surprised if now, some of them, no good fucking dumb bitch, slut, horse, can't do nothing with. But the majority of them, pretty good people. It's transition, brother. Get a room and take a shower, you're ahead of most. Absolutely. D-Mag, I'm going to tell you something, man. I think these farmers are, especially these little guys, they're going broke right and left. I think the only guys that are going to make it are the ones that are up in the thousands of acres. Yep. Yep. And I think American farming overall is going to be a thing of the past. I mean, you can't pay minimum wage, workman's comp, fucking insurance premiums, interest at the bank, and compete with the guys that are farming, in India and Argentina and paying their fucking labor $1 an hour, and not, they don't have to run DEF in their diesel engines. They don't have to have workman's comp insurance. They don't have to have general liability insurance. They don't have to have fucking drift control. There's not a bunch of rules on them goddamn chemicals. I mean, you're not going to be able to compete with those guys. Hey, man, you said you remember $50 girls at Adelitas? It was $60 for 20 years. I mean, from 2003 to 2017, 18, it was $60. Go big or go broke. Oh, I like the Chicago club too. Yep, all day. So D-Mag, when you going to Monterrey, Mexico, big dog, you tell me. No entiendo Rosarito, dime. Mythbuster, ba-boom! Mythbuster, appreciate the super chat. Let's get down to the question right now. Do the clubs tell the girls what to charge? How do they come up with their prices? I lost my V card for $40 to Big A. The clubs will tell a girl, don't charge less than a certain amount of money. And if she gets caught charging less than that, she will get in trouble. Now, a lot of them do charge less than the minimum. So just so you know. Sorry for asking. Is Adelita's making a comeback? Man, I don't think so. I think they're good. There's a tour guide back named Texas Mike back in the zona. Luke, you should buy Adelita's and open it back up with chicas from Monterrey. I'd rather just sell cocaine. Used to be bet on college football at Caliente, man. Hey, you remember back in the day when you would cross the border and Caliente was right there on the right? Man, those were the good times. You would walk through that turnstile spinning gate and Caliente was right there. That was great. Man, you could get some fucking hellacious parlays. And back in the day, really before the internet was popular, anytime there was a boxing match, Caliente had stupid odds on the Mexican because the Mexicans are so fucking machistas and so just tied up in their culture that it didn't matter. You could have like the greatest American champion of all time fighting Pedro from Tijuana, and they would bet the fucking house on Pedro, and you could just go clean the fuck up. You could get the difference between the Tijuana odds and the Vegas odds before the internet. That was when the odds used to come out in the newspapers, and they'd have the Wednesday line. It was fucking insane. It was like 30% difference. Don Julio, I loved Purple Rain. Purple Rain. You'd go in there and get a massage on the table. They had some fucking massage oil that had some like sand or some kind of rough material in it. It was nice, dude. Really cool. Epsom salt and shit. Great comment by Landscape Master right there, boys. That's classic. Remember it. Just have to get on the level with those girls, just like any girl, really. Huge. Chopo Bar was cool. It was, yeah. Do any of you guys remember a girl named Denise from Adelita's? Way back in the day, she used to kind of always wear blue jeans, and she would just walk around in circles all the time. She had a burn mark on the back of her back. All right, D-Mag. I'll do that. Now, I'll tell you what, D-Mag, let me tell you this. Old Tim is a warrior. I use Farmers Bank, and you know they're big in that area. But they do have a location in Dallas. And I flew into Dallas one time. And so I flew into Dallas. I think I know that place over in Bossier. But anyways, I flew into Dallas, and I can't remember where I was going. I think I was going to fucking Columbia. But I had about a 12-hour layover, all-day layover, and I needed to go to the bank anyway. So I got out of Dallas, and I fucking took an Uber to the bank. to get a new ATM card. Farmers Bank in Dallas, Texas, okay? And that bitch is like, well, I can get you a new card. Let me see your ID. And I throw my ID down. She said, Bradley, Arkansas. You must know Mr. Tim. I say, yeah, I know him. And she goes, isn't he just the coolest thing ever? It turns out, I guess she was his daughter's best friend. I'm like, yeah, small fucking world. I thought that was crazy, though. Do you know of any pharmacies in Monterrey where you can get work? Fuck yeah, man. Absolutely. Listen, when you walk out of the Fastos Hotel, you make a right turn. There's a pharmacy right there on the corner, but it's a similares, so it's a generic pharmacy. So if they won't play ball, make a right at that corner and continue walking down to the next block, and then make a right at the next block. You'll see a big-ass church on your left and a pharmacy on your right. That pharmacy on your right, old school Mexican pharmacy, they'll shoot you up, sell you whatever you want. Vicodin, Oxys, Roxys, Viagra, you name it, they'll do it. Gentlemen, we've been at it for 56 minutes. Probably going to let you guys go. It's going to be a little bit shorter tonight than normal. I know the Venezuelan girls appreciate the super chats. We're going to donate that to those bitches tonight. They're super cool. They were very hospitality. It was great being with them. Any questions you got, guys, you got 3 minutes to get them in. Let me know. I will be going back down there with those girls. They were fantastic. Just sweethearts. I mean, not these American entitled bitches. Absolute sweethearts. D-Mag, is my big dog Ronnie Rogers, is he going to fly again, or is he called it quits for good? Good old Big Top. I live in Southern California. Is going to Monterey still worth it? Hey, let me tell you this, Arizona Wildcat. You're going to be flying from Tijuana or San Diego or LA to Monterey. Look, man, if you've got a couple $100 to spare on the airfare and you've got an extra day to spare on the travel, okay, because you're going to lose a little bit of time traveling. Hey, bud, if you've got an extra day and an extra couple $100, absolutely worth the experience, man. It's real old school Mexico. It's not border town. It's not Americanized. I mean, we're talking about Mexicans with fucking tight Wranglers on, pointy-toe gold tip boots, fucking shirt unbuttoned down here with the fake gold chains and the cowboy hat. It don't get much better. Yeah, go to Monterey. Glad I caught you live. What is the email to reach you at? Got you right here, man. Here's my email. There you go. xp3magic@gmail.com. We need to get together and go to Monterey and bring Shay. Oh, yeah. Retired. How is Big Top fucking retired? You know, I remember back in the day, I went to his airport. Don Julio, appreciate the super chat. Back in the day, I went to his airport, and he had some fucking ostriches. He had some dirt bikes. He had a goddamn Corvette. He had a Bonanza V-tail airplane. He had a ranch in South Texas, a hunting ranch. And he'd take that private plane down to the hunting ranch and back on the weekends. And I thought he was the best motherfucker I'd ever met in my life. I'd never seen no so much like him. I mean, he was a money-making, high-rolling. I mean, I look back on it now and laugh, but I'm going to tell you something, man. Back in the day, he was quite the force. He had a bunch of two-stroke fucking dirt bikes, too. They just run like hell. I mean, you name it, that fucker had it. I want to say he had a goddamn Porsche too at one time. He always had a Corvette. So D-Mag, you tell me, man, the whole area, you know them all. Who's the best pilot? Come on, D-Mag. Who does the best work? Come on, D-Mag. Who does the best work? Who does the best work and who talks the most shit? Are we talking about the work? Or are we talking about the shit talking, or both? Any beach towns on the all of the above? Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't know what he does now, given his age, but I can tell you what, from the time he was 25 to 65, there's nobody that can make a spot on his ass in that fucking airplane. That's for sure. He's a legend. He's a legend in the shit talking for sure too. Let me see right here. Are there any beach towns on the level of TJ or my D-Mag? I'm a legend in the nightlife of Tijuana, like my old man is a legend in the agriculture world. That's just too boring for me, man. I can't be down there, arguing with you about fucking water volume and other shit, bro. I got to be seeing the ass in front of my face. That's just the way it is. Any success stories of a working girl? Yeah, there are some success stories. I'll get to those. They're very few and far in between, but they are there. Let me see here. Best beach towns on the level of TJ and Monterey. Jay, are you going to limit that question to Mexico, or can I go into other towns? Because if we're going to go to other countries, let's talk about Cartagena, Colombia. Let's talk about anywhere in the Dominican Republic. Let's talk about St. Martin, okay, which is expensive as fuck to get to. Aruba. I mean, those are where the beaches and the real hookers are, okay? If you want to limit that conversation to Mexico, fuck. The answer is no. Any success stories of a working girl becoming a housewife? Yeah, there's a few. There are really a few. I always said you can't make a fucking whore a housewife, but you can. There's a few that are tired of the game that are good girls, but not really. I was in Aruba in November. Hey, man, that's one of my favorite places. Are all those Venezuelan hookers still up and down the street over by Charlie's Bar? D-Mag. I was in fucking Aruba with BP in 1996, 1998. And I'm telling you, that motherfucker was cutting up. It was fantastic. Yes, they are. Man, we were in this bar called The Cellar, and we met up with some English girls from London. Crazy shit, man. D-Mag, you probably don't know this, but me and BP used to take a cruise every year. We'd leave out of Puerto Rico, and it got pretty fucking ridiculous, especially, we're talking about something that happened 30 years ago. You imagine how young he was and how goddamn crazy he was. I was, this fucking kid, 15, 16 years old. But, man, it was fantastic. Yep, Aruba's awesome. I love Aruba. D-Mag, I'm going to tell you a funny story about about BP. We were, and everybody listening right here, this is a great story. So we're on this Royal Caribbean cruise ship, and it's formal night, which I don't even know why we were fucking there in a suit and tie, but we were. And we're sharing this table at the cruise ship with all these other people. And they're like, hey, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're already fucking smashed. Okay. We're already smashed. Everybody else is showing up first night of the cruise or whatever. You know, we show up fucking hammered, of course. And everybody's like, you know, what do you do? Well, I'm an accountant from New York. What do you do? I'm a lawyer from fucking Washington. You know, what do you do? I'm a doctor from so-and-so. So there was already some high-class people at the table, you know. So what do you do? Well, man, I mean, goddamn, we're farmers from fucking Arkansas. What else is up? So is Jaco from Costa Rica worth it? Yeah, if you got a little money, it is. So anyways, like the next night, we go to a couple islands and all that shit. No BP's. He's had him a little bit to drink. And they asked him, they said, well, what'd you guys do on the island today? Did you go on the flower tour, flower walk? He said, hell no. Yeah, did you go see the waterfall? Fuck no. They were asking him all these questions. No. He goes, hey man, look, he goes, let me be honest with you. He said, I can understand being from New York City. You know, when you come on vacation, you want to see nature and flowers and stuff like that. He said, I see all that shit that I want working at home on the farm. When I come to town, I want to see some ass. Right in front of that motherfucker's wife, he said that. I was like, you got to be shitting me. Great fucking time. I'll never forget that. Fucking waiter we had, his name was Dalton. He was from Jamaica. Waitress we had, some Romanian girl. I mean, man, we had a good time. I can hear him saying that. Yeah, dude. I mean, it was fantastic. Those were great fucking times. For the longest time, I had a video. I had a handheld video camera. I had a video tape of a lot of that goddamn shit, man. We had so much fun. Fuck. That was back in the good old days when there was actually money to spend. Is the casino worth the trip? Guys, any more questions? Past an hour, I'm probably going to call it a night unless you got anything else. Let's see if we can get one more hooker on the phone. Guys, if you hadn't done it already, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. My likes are down, losing my touch. Here's this. I know this bitch is up selling pussy. Let's see if we can get her on the phone. You know they're selling pussy when they're online at fucking midnight, but they're not answering your phone calls, but they say they're single. That's bullshit. Anywhere to stay near Charlie's on Aruba. Jay, let me tell you something, man, about Aruba. Aruba is so small and has a fantastic bus system and a fantastic taxi system. You stay anywhere you want to on Aruba, and you can still go down to Charlie's. I don't know if Charlie's was the name of the place. Carlos and Charlie's, but you can't miss it. Just tell the taxi drivers they all speak English. Take me to the hookers. They'll take you down there. Any disadvantage to moving to Monterrey instead of Tijuana? Yeah, there is. Tijuana's proximity to the United States is fantastic. Because the bottom line is, if you live in Tijuana, you can cross the border any day of the week, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on a motorcycle within 5 minutes. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, you can walk across within 10 to 15 minutes. And when you're in Monterrey, you're in fucking Mexico, bro. You're 3, 4 hours from the goddamn border in Laredo. You just remember that. If I had plenty of money and didn't have to cross, I'd live in Monterrey. Hey, Luke, do you know Eric, the Indian in Laredo? This is the guy that would drive the truckers from... Hey, wait a minute, man. Eric, the Indian in Laredo. Is he that motherfucker that drove the limousine? The long-haired dude? The white dude? If that's him, he's a good man. Absolutely, I know him. Get on that CB radio and say, hey, how about you, 19? All you truckers, any of you guys want to go over to Boys Town in Laredo and get a piece of commercial beaver and have me return you back to the truck stop in 3 hours? Who's got $20? Ride in a limousine and a free beer. Shit, man. Here come them truckers, boy. He'd take 20 of them motherfuckers down there and make $500. Well, okay, no, he has a maroon expedition. Well, yeah, he would call him over the CB. Yeah, he got that from Peter. Peter was the first guy that was doing that shit. When's the next trip back to the Chicago Club? Well, Don Julio, I don't know, man. What about you, bud? I mean, Bob's retired now. He's moved down to South Mexico, living the good life. So you and him can't feud anymore. You want to meet me down there, Don Julio? You're like the Lone Ranger, man. You're the masked man. You're there, but then poof, you disappear like a fart in the wind. How many of you guys remember my ex-girlfriend, Iris the Virus? How many of you guys screwed her at the Hong Kong Club? TJ Pro, yep. Get remarks on the line. I don't know what that means. Damaris. My favorite bar in Tijuana is the Chicago Club. We can try to get Damaris on the phone. She had me blocked for about 6 months. She was being a bitch because I blew her back out. She invited me to her house. And then the next morning she was like, I'm going to cook you breakfast and we're going to watch movies all day. And I'm like, I'm leaving. Fuck you. She's like, what? We're not going to be in a relationship? I'm like, fuck no, we're not going to be in a relationship. Well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, whatever. I'm not the one that sells ass fucking tropical bar. Yeah, she had a novio. Her boyfriend was a fucking loser. He's in jail now. And she was like posting all these pics. Love of my life, this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh, whatever. Tell you guys something funny. I dated this girl years ago who was hot. Pretty much a little freak. She ends up getting knocked up, having a kid with this fucking loser, and she marries him and moves down to Mexico City with this guy. And she's an American citizen. Turns out to be a loser, and all this bullshit's going wrong. And now she's convinced her husband to let her come up here and live with me and work in North Dakota. And the whole while she's telling me, you were the love of my life. I fucked up. I often wonder what it could have been. And then she's convinced this fucking moron for permission to come up and live with me. I'm going to blow her fucking back out too. And that just shows how ignorant, lazy and ignorant that fucker is. Damaris is not answering. Let's see who else we can get on the phone. Let's get a hooker on the phone. It's hard this fucking late. They're all fucking, I mean, it's hard to get them Saturday night. Uh-oh. Gabby Blue comes out with a photograph. Rockin' body, not the best face, but pretty solid old bitch. Luke versus Osho, boxing, pay-per-view. Man, we need to get with Osho, and we need to have like a friendly or enemy, I don't care. We need to have like an event. Like, you know, I don't know. Harris could dress up like the Taliban. Osho could dress up like Grand Ayatollah, and I could dress up like Donald Trump, and we could all fucking do something. Who knows? I will tell you this about Osho. He was talking shit and attacking my lives and shit until I got his sister's name. And I was like, I got your address, motherfucker. I got your sister's name and your parents' name. Do you really want me to buy some of your paid content, which is porn, and send it to your goddamn parents and, you know, put your sister on blast? I don't think you do. Crickets out of that motherfucker. And you know what's cool? I would have done some collaboration with him. I like his work. I don't have anything against him. But when you start attacking me and being an asshole, you want to play? Fuck you. Let's play. Start with that whore sister of yours and showing your fucking conservative mom, you know, your goddamn work. Ha! How about that? Yeah, I don't know why his channel got deleted. I don't know. Like I said, I don't believe in recording those girls without their consent, without their knowledge. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool to carry a hidden camera in Zona Norte because there's a lot of married guys that are down there fucking girls and shit. They don't need their wives up at Escondido and La Jolla and fucking, you know, Murrieta finding out. But apart from that, I don't really care. His work was good work, but don't attack me. I didn't do anything to you. Don't talk shit. You want to play big boy ball? Let's play big boy ball. Start with your mom and your fucking sister, dickhead. That was kind of the end of that conversation. Come on, guys, shoot it. Any other questions on Norte? Comments, concerns? $2. So did any of the pit? You know what we can do? That's a great fucking idea. We got to get photographs of Osho's sister. Bet, motherfucker, I can do that. That's fucking awesome. I can do that. That's great. That's great. And then I should be like, hey, dog, we got to have a charity boxing match in Tijuana. And otherwise, I'm releasing the photographs. Hey, you know what we should do, though? I really want for Christmas for next year, it was a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, they did a donation drive for all the street girls, and they gave them these garbage bags that were plastic see-through bags. And in there they had, fucking toilet paper, condoms, fucking lube, some cereal, some fucking drink mix for like orange juice and shit, tampons. I think we should do that. We should get together. We should have a charity walk on Cheap Street and help those street girls out. Give them some condoms, some lube, some cereal, some fucking drink mix. Put like 200 pesos in there. What is that? $10 cash. You know what I'm saying, man? Just help the hookers out. What the hell? Mike from Potreros says, "What's up? He wants to party with you in Tecate, Mexico, man." Hey, where the fuck is Mike from Potrero at, bro? It's been years since I ran into Mike at the Diana bar. Mike is famous. That motherfucker is famous. And I'm going to tell you something about Mike. Mike had some connections and moving things across the border too. He was Mike's a fucking legend. And so is his wife and his daughter. I think his wife's name was Rowena. I'm not sure about his daughter, but she was fucking cool too. I miss that place. I used to drive out of my way to go to that store, talk to them. They were good people. Steve Austin, I don't have any. I'll announce my plans to go to Tijuana, but not in the next week or two. I'll be up here working. So, Uncle Luke, how did you enter Venezuela? Last time I checked, U.S. were not to go there. Well, there's a fucking bridge, man. I did a TikTok on the bridge, and you just walk across. Fly to Colombia, walk across. They're not checking shit. Right now, Donald Trump is the president of Venezuela. And that's what he said. So, we'll see. Well, what is more ways to help them? I mean, I'm offering them cash. I'm offering them food. I'm offering them female hygiene products. What do you want to give them? You tell me. If you got a better suggestion, we'll certainly implement it, bro. But that's cheap help, and they appreciate it. I mean, they were appreciating toilet paper and fucking candy bars a couple years ago. So I thought we'd throw some goddamn food in there and a little bit of cash and some fucking shit. What the hell? Oh yeah, the girls are down to record. Hey, there's a hot ass street girl I saw her. If you walk, not on Cheap Street, but walk up toward Torino and up toward the Hotel Nelson. Whew, my God, there was a beautiful street girl, young girl, perfect. She was awesome. Nice, good attitude. Fuck, I couldn't resist it. I saw Mike the other day. Where the fuck is Mike? Does he still live in Potrero? Hey, John Chambers, listen, man. Is Mike still in Potrero? And ask Mike if he still goes to Tecate, because I met him at the Diana bar in Tecate. Well, I met him at his store in Potrero, but then I fucking used to always run into him at the Diana bar in Tecate. Good fucking dude, man. Hey, Luke, how you been? All State, Marianne. I've been good. Is there anything in Puerto Rico? Fuck yeah, man. From the Black Angus to Woody's to Frenchie's to the Lucky 7, Kim's Bar, Perla. It's pretty, Puerto Rico's can get kind of rough though, but it can be cool too. All right, guys. John, what about his daughter and his wife? I mean, are they still there too? I mean, do they work? Are they retired now? Mike's got to be getting up in age. All right, guys, we got a very important question right here, and I'm going to give it to him straight. It says, can we be frank? Zatin, Zona Norte gone down significantly? Zona Norte has went down in quality, guys. It absolutely has. Zona Norte is not the Zona Norte of the 90s. It's not the zona norte of the early 2000s. The border lines, the passport regulations, even though they're not real, they are semi-enforceable. The price has gone up. The quality has gone down. Adelita's is closed. You know, that's a big deal. The Adelita bar was the most important brothel in Mexico 50 fucking years. It's closed. Hong Kong atmosphere is not the same. Chicago's not the same. Chicago is a very, very distant second. Just like Al Pacino said in Scent of a Woman, pussy is the best thing in the world, and a very, very distant second is a Ferrari. Chicago's a distant second, bro. You know? But compared to San Diego, I give it a 10. Fucking 10. All right, let's keep answering these questions. I saw Mike the other day. He told me he quit drinking. Yeah, or how you been? Luke's been good. Whoa, whoa. Can we be frank? Yeah, he lives next door to the store. I want to go on a North Day for my birthday. Is it safe? Yeah, it's safe. Of course it's safe. What's the story on Thomas, the old Santa Claus guy? Looking at the Hotel Mimi. I don't know Thomas. I thought you were talking about Tom Meadows, the fucking drug smuggler from Potrero. Yeah, they're still around. Did you ever meet his cousin Vernon, the crazy dude? No, I didn't. Hey, John, ask old Mike if Tom Manos is still around. Old Tom Manos. He had a camper trailer back behind that goddamn store. I liked old Tom. My girl from HK finally let me BC. She realized I wasn't going to try to marry her. I was dating her for 3 years. She finally realized I was stinging her alone. Should I feel bad? Finally let me BC? What the fuck does that mean? Finally left me because she realized I wasn't going to marry her, even though I was dating her for 3 years. No. Hey, man, shit or get off the pot. Can you blame her? I mean, you think she's wanting to get her back blowed out in the fucking HK club for the next 20 years? Of course not. Yep, absolutely. Well, I don't know about sub $100. Let's just call it $100 at the Adelita bar. You know what? Adelita bar, 80 for the girl, 17 for the fucking room, 2 for the condom, and 1 for the tip. That's your price point right there, boys. Hey, so can you fuckers see that I'm getting skinny again? Right? Can you see that this shit right here is working? Won't be long. I'm going to replace the fat boy shot with some steroids and get all jacked up again. You know who we're going to call? We're going to call Iris the Virus right now. See if we can get this little whore on the phone. She's probably drunk as fuck, me knowing her. Gentlemen, I'll tell you what I'm thinking about doing. How many of you guys have been to Puerto Penasco before? I'm seriously thinking about buying a piece of property down there for about 50 grand and trying to build 4 condos on it and selling it. What do you guys think? Win Brunus, 1, 2, 3. Where do you live, man? Where do you live? Where do you live? D-Mag. Google this shit right here, homeboy. Look at this. D-Mag. I've been on old Shay and Buddy Powell telling them, hey, motherfuckers, I need some goddamn money. And D-Mag, in case you don't know, I own a shit ton of real estate now. And they're actually impressed and they wanna bite, but they're a little bit scared, right? But I've got their attention. But you Google that shit right there. And I'm trying to get Buddy to sell one of his fucking turbines and build a goddamn high rise with that fucking money and finance it on 30-year amortization. And I ain't convinced him yet, but I'm trying. Is the 502 advertised? They ought to advertise all of them. They need to shuck one anyway. But, we all kind of have different opinions. The three of us involved there, and my opinion is really kind of irrelevant at this point. But hey, it is what it is. You know the current condition, and you know what's going on. I know you talk about Diana's Bar in Tecate. What about Mexicali? It looks bigger, and I would have some more options. Steve Austin, go to the Mosca in Mexicali. Mosca. Follow my TikTok. Look me up on TikTok, man. Go to them. And I did a video the other day of actually walking across the border in Mexicali and going to the Mosca. There you go. Yeah, he should have sold out. In a way, yes, he should have. But knowing him like I know him, fuck. He's hard to hold. He's very hard to hold, and he don't want to quit. That's the thing. Nobody likes to go to work, but he does. Nobody wants to argue with fucking employees, but he does. No one wants to be under pressure and stressed. He does. That's the fucking difference. No one gives a fuck about, going through that, but that's what he lives for. I mean, if he won the fucking lottery tomorrow, he'd be in business still. He's not going to fucking quit. He's not interested in no kind of deal or no buyout or no sellout. It's the craziest goddamn thing. I mean, I don't understand it. Neither does Shay. But at the end, it's his decision, It's his deal. It ain't mine. I mean, he wants to argue with the chemical man. He wants to argue with you about goddamn water volume, tell you what that label says and how ignorant fucking people are and how he can see more from the air than you can see from the ground. I mean, I've lived that shit for fucking 44 years, man. He told me a story the other day about some shit that happened over 40 years ago. He remembered the field, the farmer, the swath width on the goddamn airplane, what kind of chemical they were putting out. He remembered everything about the whole situation. I was just sitting there shaking my head and laughing and, and just, I mean, the passion that he had for the job and shit. But I'm just like, dude, are you fucking serious? Oh, he can tell you every goddamn thing, who the flagger was in the field, I mean, crazy shit. My opinion is if you want to date a Hong Kong chica, keep the relationship non-transactional, meaning you can't pay for more. Yeah, well, that's hard to do, homie. Where you from, though? Where are you taking the bitch? You know what? The Hong Kong girl has a visa and she wants to go to your house. Take her to your house, tie her up, blow her brains out, whatever you want to do. Send her back to Mexico packing. You know, let her fucking take some shit and some toilets that can't flush the toilet paper for a little while. See if she wants to come back. How's Puerto Rico? Man, I've been to Puerto Rico, so I lived in Puerto Rico. I've been all over that fucking island. Puerto Rico is a lot different now than it was 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Lots of illegal girls there, Colombians, Venezuelans, and Dominicans. They're approachable. All the Puerto Rican girls, they have social security numbers, they're on U.S. welfare, and they're not interested in working because they're getting food stamps, WIC, unemployment, every other goddamn social program that there is. So they're, busy with guys that have the right tattoos or that are tall or skinny or, the big dick or he has a motorcycle or, he's a rapper. They're interested in all those things. The Puerto Rican girls are. But there's, like I said, there's a shit ton of illegal girls in Puerto Rico. Colombia, Peru, Ecuador. Those girls are approachable. The Puerto Ricans, the Boricuas, not so much. Unless they're just stupid as fuck. Mr. Gallardo, 85805. Nice to see you, bro. Hey, Luke, is Jaco Cocal still worth it? Jaco Beach is cool. Costa Rica's fun. Luke, is it dangerous they call him the walk from the hotel? What? Okay. Perfect question right here, guys. I'm going to answer your question for you right here. Midnight Theory 23 says, is it dangerous to walk from the Hotel Valerio to Hong Kong at night? From the hotel to Hong Kong, I would say don't do it. Why? Because if you're walking from the fucking hotel to the strip club, you probably got a bunch of goddamn money on you, right? Because you're going to the strip club. Pay the $5 for a taxi, man. Give him 10. What difference does it make if you're going to Hong Kong? You're going to blow a couple $100 anyway. Give him $10 and say, hey, man, here, take a tip. He's going to be ecstatic. He's going to take you right there. You're not going to get pulled over. You're not going to get robbed. You're not going to get fucked with. You don't have any risk at all. He's going to drop you off at the door of Hong Kong. Another asshole's going to get right in his car and he's going to take them to the border. Is it safe to walk? Probably. But why would you risk your wallet, your cash, your credit cards on the way to the fucking strip club? Nah, man. When you want to walk is on your way back after you've spent all your money. I still don't necessarily recommend it, but it's only probably 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah, you can walk, but walk on your way back after you spent your cash. That way, if you get rolled or hijacked or pulled over, it don't fucking matter. D-Mag, you been to Costa Rica? Can you say more on Rocky Point, Sonora? What? Nice place, man. I'm actually seriously giving consideration to moving to Rocky Point and becoming a real estate developer and selling real estate full time. I'm 50-50 on whether or not to do that. My favorite place in the world is Belize. Not sure I can pull it off down there. We'll have to see, but there you go. Hell yeah. Makes sense on Puerto Rico. I'm a subscriber from Cali, Colombia. Works as a merchant marine. That's the job I need. Merchant marine, man. Hook me up with that. I'd leave the oil field. Tell me about that job, dude. To me, that sounds great. Just sailing all over the world, fucking hot girls. Is there a lot of work involved in that shit or not really? All right, guys. Very important question right here. Mr. Alpha Suwalker 4513 Coruscant. I want you to tell me all about Coruscant. I've been to Coruscant, right? I've been to June's restaurant. I've been to the fucking Princess Casino in the Free Zone. I've been to the Las Vegas Club. Tell me some more about Coruscant, man. What'd you do? Where'd you go? How many girls did you fuck? I want to know all about Coruscant. I've been to Coruscant several times. I've caught the plane from Coruscant over to San Pedro, but I want to know about you and Belize and Coruscant. Talk to me. Killing me, D-Mag. You're killing me. D-Mag, have you had the water volume conversation with old BP? Have you listened to his reasoning on that shit? Oh shit. I don't even know what to say. D-Mag, I asked him one time if he hit the lottery, what he would do. I think the lottery got up over $1 billion, and we all bought some tickets and we was all standing around talking about it. And what would you do? And I told him, I said, I'm catching the first fucking Learjet I can out of this motherfucker. I want 100,000 in cash right now. And I'm headed to South America to the fucking whorehouses. I'm buying a yacht. I'm getting some Colombian bitches, blah, blah. Got around to Buddy and they said, what would you do? His answer was he would hire a real good bug checker that he didn't have to goddamn argue with and that knew about water volume and how ignorant other motherfuckers were. So, like, he was still going to fly and just, wanted to do that. Fucking hilarious. Love it. Love it. He went a little further than that, too, but I won't say it on this podcast. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to keep working and keep flying. But, the goddamn bug man's going to be, and the chemical man's going to be on my side. Fuck y'all. It's great. So, got a guy right here. Says, so I went there on my 27th birthday, experienced Central America, the Spanish common language spoken throughout northern Western. Yeah, but you gotta give me some more information, bro. I mean, like, did you walk across, drive across? Where'd you stay? What'd you do? Did you fuck some girls? Did you eat some good food? Did you go down to Belize City? Did you fly over to fucking San Pedro? Talk to me, Goose. It's a pain in the ass to get in. Once you're in, you're in. You join a union, you basically sail 3 months or as long as you want. Then you can take off as long as you want. If I'm not mistaken, the government ships tax-free of 90%. No college degree or anything. But I mean, like, okay, that's great. That's cool. But hey, Wands, give me your fucking email. I want it. Is there a pension involved in that shit? 401k match? And also, I want to know how much physical labor is involved on that goddamn ship. Like a lot or a little? And also, I want to know when you're sailing for 3 months, do you get to port? You get to get off the ship in port and fuck girls and shit? Or do you have to sit on the ship and not drink and shit? I'll take some information on that shit, man. Here, look, dude. Here's my fucking email address. Hit me up. When was the last time you hit up HK, man? 2 months ago. I didn't necessarily go down there for the girls. All I'll say about Corozal is that it's an emerging retirement destination for Americans, Canadian Brits. Stay at the Hotel Martin. More? Yeah, fuck yeah, I want more. Did you fly down to Corozal or did you walk across from Mexico? I always walked across from Mexico. I always ate great food down there. I always had a good time, but I was always in Corozal as a transit. Well, one time back in the day, I went down there for a drug deal, but that was 20 years ago. But I used Corozal as a transit to fly to San Pedro. What we got here? I didn't necessarily go down there. Okay. Uh-oh. Got a horror fucking call. Linda D. Linda D. Look at this right here at one time. Man, she looks good too. Got her right here, boys. I'm going to show you the picture. This horror is looking good. I'm going to kiss her ass just a little bit. She's online. I told her, call me. She's like, for what? Yep, you flew to a border city called Chetumal. Linda, don't be so damn complicated. Y combativa. No mames way. Call me because I fucking want to talk to you. Jeez, you don't have to be so bitter. Here's some good information right here, boys. We're talking about going to Belize right here 1 time, 2 times. He says, I flew from Tijuana to a border city called Chetumal. From there, I hired a taxi, dropped me off at the Belizean border, hired another taxi, dropped me off at the Hotel Martin in Corozal. More coming up. So what did you do in Corozal, and how did you hear about it? Corozal's a shit, guys. That's where all the big drug dealers are. Uh-oh, here's Linda D again, mad as fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa. I had an awesome, cheap local food. Went to Orange Walk at one point for a day trip by Chicken Bus. Hey, man, how was Orange Walk? Was that cool? Yes, sir. That's Linda D from Tropical. Linda Damaris, TJ Clampett. TJ Clampett, what the fuck, man? Where have you been? I remember your ass all yoked up at the Chicago club talking to them girls, had them all surrounding you over a bag of chips or some candy bars. You disappeared on me. Now you're back. You fucking bean counter, you. I am glad to see you, bro. I mean, yeah. I mean, what have you been doing, Clampett? Tell me, guys. For those of you who don't know, TJ Clampett is the absolute expert at the Chicago club. Great fucking guy, expert in San Diego, expert on the Chicas. He is cat's ass. Was down there every night, all night for years, and we'll see how he goes. Linda D says, bye, talk to you later. She's mad. I'm going to leave her a little message. You don't have to be bitter because all the guys in your life are fucking losers and don't have the money that I have to help you, right? And, oh, bye, talk to you later. Good. Talk to you later. Bye. I don't care. Bam. That's how you do it, boys. Eight years of every week, gotta have a break. Good to see you. Hope. Hey, TJ, come on now. Yeah, Damaris is one of my subscribers is saying right now Damaris is too Americanized. Yes, she is. Absolutely. Fuck her. And she ain't all that either. She's cool because she speaks English. I mean, the bitch is overweight. She's too short. Her ass is too big. Her tits are not big enough. Lots of stretch marks, lots of plastic surgery. Nobody's perfect, but she's cool because she speaks English. But then she wants to be a bitch, so she's not cool. And her other attributes are not good enough to fucking make it worth it. And she's being, I mean, it's fucking losing proposition, bro. Just sent you an email. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I do. Never thought about going to Central America because of gang violence. Belize is a great country. Cut my teeth. Orange Walk was chill. Well, hey, look, man, you've told me about going to Orange Walk and Cheddar Mall. Let's talk about the pussy, bro. Where's the whorehouse at? That's what we need to know. All this other nonsense about flying down from Tijuana to Cheddar Mall, the whole world knows that. Okay. Taxi across the border, we all got that, right? Passport into Corozal, get some rice and beans at June's. Everybody knows about that. Let's talk about the pussy, boy. Where's that? How much does it cost? Is it any good? Hell yeah, man. Has anybody here seen Yolanda? Wheelchair Yolanda. Talk to me, boys. Have you seen Wheelchair Yolanda? Every day is Yolanda's birthday. That's right. I got frisked by the TJ police not too long ago. I was walking over. I know this whore that lives between the Valerio Hotel and Solaire, which is you pass a couple blocks. There's where all the fucking transvestites are, and also where the fucking Italian food restaurants are that sell the pasta and the lasagna and all that shit, fettuccine. And I got pulled over there, and they were, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, man, I'm walking to my homie's house. What's up? Yeah, well, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. They searched me and they let me go, but whatever. Could you invite me the info on that job? Yeah, I'd like to have that job too. That'd be great. Hey, one is you merchant marine guy. Does that job pay a pension after you retire? How many years to qualify? Fuck yeah. Hey, TJ Clampett, man, send me a fucking email, bro. Haven't seen you in a while. I used to see you fucking every week at Chicago Club. I haven't seen you in a while. Being a merchant marine, I was a truck driver in Laredo, tried digging a bus, but since I'm Hispanic, the guy in the bus terminal, Santa Marta Nicholas, pressed me in that. What? Well, I mean, you sound like you got a lot of fucking information about Belize, but you're not really sharing it here. Talk to me about Belize City. Where'd you go? Strip clubs? Straight up whorehouses? Massage parlors? What is it, man? Spit it out. You got the information we all want to hear. The fuck? Wrong bitch. Guys, it's been 2 hours. Got to roll. I was going to call it quits after an hour, but it's been two. Any other last minute questions, let me know. Appreciate the fucking everything. Oh, yeah, they always do over something. All right, guys, make it quick. What you got right here, one time? I appreciate you guys too. Uh-oh. Best tacos in TJ are sold at HK. All right, gentlemen, I'll see you later. Hey, guys, smash that like and subscribe button. If you hadn't already done it, guys, smash that like button. Give me some help. You guys are really lacking on that one time. Let's get it up there. Come on, one time. Come on, guys. Smash that like button if you hadn't already done it. We're at 58. We need to be at 70. Let's go. Let's do it one time. Come on. Smash that like button if you hadn't already done it. Give me a thumbs up. $59. Appreciate it. 61. Oh, yes, sir. TJ Clampett, man, we got to hook up. No doubt. It's Foozle for you. Freehold Joe, 62. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good time.